Hey guys, this is Shannon with Nearly Organic Noshing, and it seems like it's been a while since I've done a cooking video or a week in the life type video. Life has been hectic lately, and Chris and I also took a week off from work and went on a much needed vacation up to West Virginia, Tennessee, North Carolina, and those videos are coming. We took our four-seater General and met up with a group of friends, and we went trail riding through Hatfield and McCoy. Had a wonderful time, but now it is time to get back to reality, which part of that is getting back to eating right again. Now, personally, I love Weight Watchers because it lets me have whatever I want, just in moderation, and that is where I have my issues. But the rest of my family, my mom, my dad, Chris's brother, and what Chris wants to do is low carb. They all really like keto. I love my bread, I love my fruit, I love my carbs, but I am going to kind of incorporate low carb, Weight Watcher, Trim Healthy Mama kind of thing for me. But all of my meals are going to be low carb that I cook for dinner for the family, and all of the lunches that I cook and pack and send with family, if that makes sense. I'm still going to have cherries or blueberries or a banana or something like that throughout the day. I'm just not giving that to the rest of the family. I feel like I'm lacking if I don't have some fruit in my diet, and I'm also incorporating things like sugar-free bread, like the 45-calorie bread. But that's just for me, no one else. So what I'm going to do is, hopefully, if I'm able to, over the next couple of weeks, do a week at a time of my meals and meal prep and what we have for dinner. So it is Monday, the July 29th, I want to say. It has been a long day. It is 7:30, and I'm just now starting on dinner. So I will flip the camera around and show you what we are having, because one, I'm cooking tonight's dinner. I am starting prep for tomorrow night's dinner, and then I'm going to do some lunches, prep for lunches for the week. And I will show you what I mean by that and the different items that I'm going to prepare. So let me flip the camera around and show you where we're at. Okay guys, so this is my meal plan for the week. So yes, today is the 29th. This is my In the Leafy Treetop Planner, which I absolutely love. And I believe I have almost 3 weeks of meals planned out right now. I hit a great sale at Winn-Dixie, and I will try and link that video up here. I don't think I've edited it yet, but it's a short video, so that will just motivate me to get it edited and on here. So I pulled some stuff from the freezer. I have a ground beef. Ignore my kitchen. I have ground beef, which I pulled out earlier to defrost, and this is something else. And I have some ground sausage in the freezer that is defrosted. So what I have is, on tonight's menu, is meatloaf, which I'm going to do with ground beef and some ground sausage, with fresh green beans and roasted radishes. And the radishes are supposedly going to take the place of like little red potatoes, and we'll see. I've never made them before. I've looked up a couple of other recipes on Pinterest and YouTube and looked at the best way to roast them. So I am going to make some roasted radishes with meatloaf and the fresh green beans. Tomorrow night, I'm going to take that same ground beef and pork, and I'm going to turn those into little mini meatballs stuffed with a chunk of cheese, some green bean casserole, and some fresh asparagus with, I think, Parmesan cheese. I think that's the game plan right now. Wednesday night is going to be, hopefully, a chef salad with like boiled eggs and ham and the whole 9 yards, along with some pumpkin sausage soup. Thursday night, I'm going to do, I believe, spinach stuffed chicken breasts with like a zucchini casserole and some fresh mushroom caps. And then Friday, barbecue chicken with deviled eggs and broccoli slaw. Saturday, either Friday or Saturday, I usually like to try and do a leftovers. Usually it's Thursday nights when we're bowling, during bowling league, but we're on a break right now from bowling, so I kind of just pushed it out further. It really just depends on how much we have in leftovers. These guys are subject to change and get moved around. My daughter will be here 2 nights a week. She's kind of on a break between moving out of one apartment, moving into another, so she's having to drive back and forth to college. So 2 nights a week she'll be here for dinner, so I try and plan meals that I know she'll love on the nights that I have her, and then I also will have my niece and nephew some, and I try and plan meals that the kids will like on those nights. The rest of the family, they'll just deal with what they get, and if they like it, great. If not, oh well. So this is what I have planned for this week, and these are some of my lunch ideas. I'm going to make some egg salad. I'm going to make some meat and cheese roll-ups, some salami and cheese. I may make some BLT chicken salad for Chris, some Italian roll-ups. He requested some tuna salad. I personally despise tuna. Not my thing, but he loves it. He asked for that, low carb. And then I just have some ideas jotted down. Whenever I think of something I want to research and make, I have it here. And then if I flip through to my August menu, because August is right around the corner here. This is August, and I have like a week and a half planned out in August. So like I said, though, my meals are subject to change because life happens, but this is a general idea. I have nearly everything for this. Anything I need to add, I'll add it to my grocery list. If there's like a certain kind of cheese I need or something like that, I'll add it to my grocery list. But on the whole, I have everything to make all of these meals. And then I just have little notes up here of some things that I want to make as special treats for the family that I think they will like, because to me, I can't live on meat, cheese, eggs, and veggies. I mean, I love my veggies and stuff, but the meat, cheese, eggs for me gets old with keto. I like to liven it up and add things. So, I have some stuff from my garden over here that I'm going to be incorporating into the meals whenever I can squeeze it in. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on the first thing, which is the meatloaf. And I will link a video up in the corner for how I do my meatloaf and get eggs boiling and tea making and just all of my meal prep going. And I'll show you how it's coming along as I go and show you our meals as I make them. All right, guys, let's go. Okay, guys, so I am float testing my eggs. I have chickens, and this is how I do my egg rotation over here. I have these buckets, and the oldest one is here, and then as I use them up, this one will go to the end, and then everything will get moved. I've actually given away quite a few of the eggs the last little bit. These are my newest ones. These have been collected over the last couple of days, and then this is from last week, and then these were from the week before. When you boil eggs, the older eggs peel better, but you can see here, this is why I'm float testing, because I knew that these were my oldest eggs, and I have a bad egg. So this one's going to get tossed. All the rest are fine, so I can wash these guys and go ahead and get them going. I have tea going, and I have some water starting to boil right now for my hard-boiled eggs, because these are going to be used throughout the week. Actually, I'm going to count these up, see how many I have, because I think I want about 2 dozen, and because they're going to go in chef salad, they're going to be for snacks, they're going to go in lunches and everything. So I'm going to go ahead and get these guys going, and I think I want about 2 dozen. Okay, guys, I have them in my convection oven at 400 and on the bottom rack, because I'm going to be putting my meatloaf on the top rack in just a few minutes, but that's what they look like, and they're going to start cooking. Okay, so I had started out seasoning everything together in one bowl, all the basics, onion powder, garlic powder, salt, pepper, all of that in one bowl. And then when it was time to put the different ingredients for each dish, I separated it, and I added some sugar-free ketchup to this one, and I added some brown gravy mix, which is sugar-free, to this. And I am not putting any breadcrumbs at Chris's request. it won't really bulk out, and it may fall apart a little bit, but there'll be no extra carbs in it. Same for this. I added some Italian seasoning, a little more parsley, and this is going to be the meatballs, and I will put cheese in the middle of each of these. But this one, I have my pan right here, I have it greased. I'm going to go ahead and just get it in the oven so it can cook along with the radishes, and then I will work on my meatballs for tomorrow night. Okay guys, I could have done a bunch of little tiny small meatballs, but I decided not to, and I just did a bunch of giant meatballs. They'll still cook, they'll still be fine, and I will put these in the oven tomorrow night to have for dinner. Now I'm going to move on to, let me think, I need to make the green beans to go with tonight's dinner, and then I need to start working on some of the lunch items for the rest of the week. Okay, I have some of my fresh green beans right here. I need to go ahead and take the ends off, and I have some onions and the skillet with a little bit of bacon grease, and while that's cooking, I'm going to get the green beans going so I can throw them in. Okay guys, I'm working on Chris's tuna. I'm just going to put these in these little containers. I'm going to do egg salad. I have the veggies cut. I have, let's see, all of the eggs boiled and peeled, and they're just sitting here on this towel draining, and that's going to go all to the compost. But I'm going to go ahead and get the egg salad done and then look at my list. All right, it's a little after 9. I have a bunch of boiled eggs in here, 2 containers of egg salad, the tuna, and the veggies. The avocado will be cut up over the next couple of days. Chris is on his way home. Jaden will be on his way home from work in like 15 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and do a cleanup. Tomorrow I'll probably boil another 12 or 18 eggs because looking at my menu plan, I know I'm going to need more. They love boiled eggs and we're going to be going through them. But I don't feel like starting that again tonight. So once I plate up dinner, I'll show you what it looks like. Okay guys, this is what dinner looks like plated up. Actually, Chris came in and just tried the radishes and he said they're really good, better than expected. So we have our meatloaf. It's stuck together really well. I put extra eggs in there instead of any kind of cracker or breadcrumb or anything like that. And then so we have our seasoned radishes, our green beans, and this is like a kale, cabbage, broccoli salad that has pumpkin seeds and like a poppy dressing. So this is what we are having for dinner on Monday, day 1. Hey guys, so it is Tuesday, night 2 of our low carb dinners, and I just pulled my meatballs out of the refrigerator a little while ago. It is 6:40, so Trevelyan should be here around 7 for dinner, so I'm going to go ahead and pop these in the oven and then mix together the green bean casserole, which is extremely low carb. Let's see, this is condensed. Yeah, it's not as good for you, but there is 1 gram of sugar per half a cup of cream of mushroom soup. So that is it there. And the French fried onions, see if I can get the light here. 0 grams of sugar here. So, and 3 grams of carbs per 1.5 tablespoons. So not too bad. So I'm going to go ahead and get this together. I'm going to pull some cheese and sour cream out of the fridge to mix together and get this in the oven. Okay guys, everything is about ready. Personally, I would have liked to do carrots tonight to give some more color other than green to dinner, but Trevelyan hates cooked carrots with a passion. So no carrots tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and dish everything up and show you what we have. Okay, here is dinner all plated up. Not the prettiest tonight. Like I said, I think it needs a little bit more color other than green. But this is the asparagus. I just sauteed it with some butter and salt and a little bit of garlic and onion in the pan. And then I threw it under the broiler for a few minutes with some Parmesan cheese. Then some green bean casserole, a few deviled eggs, and then our cheese stuffed meatballs. And then I have a pan of low carb, sugar-free peanut butter cookies cooking away in the toaster oven right now. My glass of monk's fruit tea, and I'm gonna go join the family for dinner. All right guys, this is almost the end of day 2.
I will try and remember to show you what the cookies end up looking like, because they were a pain in the butt to mix. I used my regular, like, no sugar Smucker's crunchy peanut butter and put them in my Magic Bullet, which I think is where I made my mistake, and then did some stevia brown sugar, or I think it might be Swerve brown sugar, and an egg, and mixed it all together, but it was very thick and did not want to mix, so I ended up adding a little water to it. So we'll see how they turn out, but I'm gonna go watch some Jeopardy and eat dinner with the family. Okay guys, it is Wednesday afternoon. The last couple of days I've made lunch for Chris. He's been close enough to the office that he could just swing back by and I could run in and make him up something for lunch. But today he is going to be heading far south, so he won't be anywhere near. So I'm going to put him a lunch together, and he has not eat a ton at one time. He'd much rather graze kind of throughout the afternoon. So I have some of the veggies that I cut up here, and I'm gonna pack up some of the celery for him to go with that tuna that I had made. So I have the tuna here. He asked for a couple of hard-boiled eggs, so I'll go ahead and slice these into like quarters, salt them, and put them in a little container. And then I'll take some of the cheese and cracker cuts, these all these different kinds of salami and some cheese, and stack them up and put them in a container. And then I'll have a great big thing of water in here and probably a Diet Coke. I'm gonna look and see what I have out there cold in the fridge at the moment. So this is what I'm gonna send him for lunch. I'm just gonna go ahead and get it packed up, put into one of the kids' old lunch sacks. I need to order some new ones. These things are just pretty much worn out, and the insulation, they've been washed one too many times. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this done and packed up for him so he can hit the road. Okay guys, this is what his lunch will look like. There's the tuna and celery, meat and cheese, eggs. I need to salt these, and then I'll lay a napkin folded in the top of each of these so that they don't wiggle around in his lunchbox. So when he opens the lid, everything will still be all nice and neat in there, and then he can just pick them up while he's driving and eat. And then I threw a sugar-free Jell-O, and I'll probably throw an apple in there. Sometimes he wants something like that, a cold apple that he'll have throughout the day, and then a big bottle of water, and that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and get this so he can hit the road. Guys, it is Wednesday night, and this is what we're having for dinner. I actually made the pumpkin sausage soup, and I will link the video up here in the corner for that. But Chris was just craving wings. We've been watching First We Feast or Hot Ones on YouTube, and he's just like, I want wings tonight. So we picked up some wings, and I made soup, and I had already chopped up celery in the fridge. So we have some ranch and some blue cheese with wings and pumpkin sausage soup, all extremely low carb. Giant glass of water for me. And this is what we're gonna have for dinner. All right, I'm ready to go eat. Okay guys, this is Chris's breakfast brunch kind of thing. 2 eggs scrambled with some mozzarella cheese, half an avocado that's filled with lime juice and salt, and some frozen blueberries, and 2 of the sausage, better than cheddar sausages. I am not much for a breakfast person. I'm just doing a bar in the morning, and then I'll eat something at lunchtime. Hey guys, it is Thursday night, about almost 6:30, and I'm working on dinner. I have chicken breasts here, and in this pan I have a bunch of sauteed onions, garlic, spinach, feta. I think I have some mozzarella, a little bit of cream cheese, just everything all kind of mixed in there. And I was gonna make stuffed chicken breasts, but these guys aren't super thick. There's 1 or 2 that are thick, but they're not really the stuffable quality. So I'm gonna cut the thicker ones so that they're even with the others, and then I'm just gonna layer this on top and bake them. I have some carrots going here for some butter vanilla carrots, and then I have broccoli slaw already made in the fridge. I have sweet potatoes going in the toaster oven right now, and I think that's it. Trevelyan is coming for dinner tonight, and Jaden will be here for dinner, so we'll actually all be home. I can't remember the last time we were all here on a regular weeknight for dinner together. So we're gonna have dinner, and maybe I'll even pull some dessert out or something. We'll have to see how late it goes. So I'm gonna finish going ahead and getting this together, and so I can get it baking away. Okay guys, I just pulled dinner out of the oven. I'm getting ready to get it dished up. I have my applesauce I pulled from the pantry that I can, some broccoli sauce, raw carrots for Trevelyn because she will not touch cooked carrots. And I'm going to get everybody's dinner dished up. Okay, here is dinner. That is the stevia brown sugar unsweetened cinnamon applesauce, vanilla butter carrots with our spinach, feta, mozzarella mushroom covered chicken, and our broccoli sauce made with mayo and Greek yogurt with a touch of Splenda and salt. So this is what's for dinner.
Stewardship Council. Rhea.
What is Pottery Barn?
Good.
Theme parks for 12.
Hey,
Mom likes Pottery Barn.
I'm happy everyone is here at one time. Hey guys, it is Friday night. It's a little after 8. We're having dinner pretty late tonight, but had a lot of stuff going on. I did a grocery pickup. Actually, Chris went and picked it up for me. I got hit with a migraine today that just absolutely kicked me on my butt. So I'm running a little bit slowly tonight, but I just finished making pepper steak, and I have some brown rice over here. I have some peas up in the microwave, and then we have leftover broccoli slaw from last night. Chris does not want any of the rice. Jaden and I are going to be the only ones. I asked him if he wanted a sweet potato. I had a sweet potato left from last night, but I don't think he wants that either. So I think he's going with the stir fry with peas and slaw, and then Jaden and I are having stir fry over brown rice with maybe a little bit of peas and some broccoli slaw. So that's what's going to be dinner, and I'll get it plated up and show you what it looks like. This is pretty much carb free. The beef, and I think there's a little bit of carbs, excuse me, and onions, but like seasoning, I used all like garlic, onion, salt, pepper. I used some of the liquid aminos, which have no carbs in them. So this is pretty low carb except for the rice. I don't remember the carb count on peas, but I'm not too worried about it tonight. So I still am trying to get groceries put away and the kitchen cleaned and dinner on the table, hopefully all before 9 o'clock. That's my goal, so that tomorrow I can start fresh. I just want to kick this headache and start fresh tomorrow because I have way too much to do to just lay around. So I'm going to get this finished up and dished up, and we'll have dinner. So here is my dinner all dished up. I have less than a quarter cup of brown rice under here. I just kind of have it all spread out along with my steak with peppers and onion, a couple different kinds of peppers and onion, my leftover broccoli slaw, and English peas. So not too bad. Chris is watching some Youngbloods, and I am going to go join him and sit and relax and enjoy dinner. Hey guys, it is Saturday afternoon, and I am prepping for the week. I have 4 pans of bacon. This will actually go definitely into next week also, but I had one of a huge container of bacon left. The others are smaller packages, so I thought I would just cook the one great big container. I think it was 5 pounds. So I'm going to go ahead and get this in the oven. I have eggs boiling away right now. Actually, I remembered I still had eggs from our camping trip left over that we bought, so there are 18 eggs boiling away in there, which I can cook them up, turn them off, and go ahead and get the bacon in the oven. Guys, the bacon is all cooked up. 5 pounds doesn't really make that much in the end, and some of it is more cooked than others. So if we just want to warm it up real quick and have it like for breakfast, or if I want to use a little bit of it in a meal or a little bit of stir fry or something like that. So there's all the bacon. There are 18 eggs cooked up. This is all the bacon grease that I saved off of it. By lining the pan with heavy duty oil, I could just pour everything off and put it in my storage container and keep in the fridge so that I can season things up with some bacon grease. And then I have 1 thing of egg salad made and 2 different kinds of salmon made. One is lemon pepper, one is plain salmon salad just made up, mixed with Miracle Whip for Chris. The egg salad's made with real mayo because that's what Jane and I prefer. So this is getting ready to go in the fridge, and these were made with the last couple of eggs that I had cooked last week. So I am getting set. What I can do is show you what I have in the fridge right now. I don't put everything in the same spot every time, which kind of drives the family crazy, but 80% of it is. So all of our fresh vegetables go down here. Some of them are in containers, some of them are still in the bag. This is our meat and cheese drawer, which I need to clean this out and straighten it up. It is just a mess in there right now, but it's only meat and cheese that is in that drawer. Oh, and butter. There's open butter in that drawer. And then this is fruits and some vegetables. I think I have cherries, coconut, some carrots, cucumber. Usually the things that will spoil easier, I don't want them to get bumped around too much. Usually that goes in here along with fruit. So I have my leftovers in a line right here. This is my new stuff. And then I put all of my like milks and coffees, drinks go here. So this is stevia tea and all my heavy whipping cream, my coffees, Jaden's lactose-free milk, my fat-free hood milk, all that, that's there. And then this is usually my dairy shelf, I guess you could say. Sour cream, Greek yogurts. This is a cream cheese, hot pepper jelly spread, feta, that kind of thing. Going back, and then I have yogurts and jellos and jellies and stuff like that on the top. And then these shelves over here are just whatever fits. I do keep my eggshells there so that I can crush them and either put them in my garden or feed them back to my chickens if I don't go ahead and just throw them right into a compost bucket. And then I have some strawberries here. I don't want to forget about them. I want to clean them and use them. I have some mushrooms in the back. And then those are the salads I just made along with my bacon grease. And I think I have some regular jelly back behind it. So that's it in the fridge. I have my condiments over here. Things that aren't used very often are in here, like Cool Whip, and then my backup containers that have been opened of mustard, ketchup, soy sauce, mayo, hot sauce. And then just my other condiments over here, things that I might use, lime, key lime, liquid aminos, garlic, hot sauce, that kind of thing. So that's just kind of an overview of where I'm at. I'm pretty stocked and ready to go for the week. Like I said, I do need to do this drawer, and if I can get time, I'll do the strawberries. But I'll probably go ahead and do this drawer right now because I want to pull it out, wipe it out, put it back, and then I'm okay with the fridge for the rest of the week being just like this. When I said it was filled to the top, I was not lying. I have some large blocks of cheese in here I need to unbury and slice up and just kind of group things together, get a good count of what I have, what I need. So if I need to add anything to my grocery list cheese-wise, I know Swiss and provolone are already on the list, but I think I'm pretty good on everything else, but I need more butter. So I'm just gonna give this a quick organization, rinse out, put it back in, and call my fridge good for the day. Guys, it is Saturday night and it's almost, let's see, I want to say almost 10. Yeah, it's almost 10. This is not low carb. This is actually for Jaden. Chris and I haven't done dinner either, but Jaden's on his way home from work. He worked open to close. He's not 100% on the low carb bandwagon. I'm kind of easing him into it, baby steps. And he asked for pancakes with eggs and bacon tonight. So Chris and I were going to do some sausage scramble, you know, like egg and sausage and stuff. So I'm just kind of making everything at one time, and we're having dinner at 10 o'clock at night. Hey guys, it is a little after 2 in the afternoon, and I'm getting ready to head outside to do outside work for the rest of the afternoon. But before I do that, I thought I would surprise Chris tonight with some ice cream. So I've been looking on Pinterest, and I have seen strawberry, chocolate, and vanilla. So I picked up a couple of containers of this heavy whipping cream. So I thought I would do a little bit of each, go ahead and put them in mason jars in the freezer so that they would be nice and frozen up tonight when I got in. I already have a roast over here. The apples don't have anything to do with it. They're just sitting here right now. But I have a roast here. I'm getting ready to put that into the pressure cooker. I'm going to start it on crock pot and let it slowly cook, and then I'll finish it off on pressure cook when we get in, because honestly I just don't know what time we're going to be getting in today. So I want it to start defrosting because it is frozen. So I'm going to go ahead and get this going and get it into the freezer. I'm not going to go step by step what I do because I've never done this before, so this isn't a how-to, and if I screw it up, I don't want anyone else saying, oh, I thought that was the way you did it. So I'll kind of show you what I do, but I'm not going to do step by step and measurements and all that. I'll just show you what it looks like. I have my stand mixer set up right over here, and I'm going to go ahead and get started with, I think I'm just going to start with basic vanilla and then strawberry and then chocolate. Okay, guys, this is what we have, and I can tell you where I went wrong. I added too much vanilla. What I did is the first two, the vanilla and the chocolate, the only difference between the vanilla ice cream and the chocolate ice cream was adding chocolate powder. So I did a double batch of vanilla, scooped out half of it, then added some chocolate. The thing is, I didn't really measure the vanilla. I just kind of went up and just dumped in vanilla like when I cook or when I bake. Nope, can't do that. I should have easily halved the vanilla. I make my own homemade vanilla, and it's pretty potent, and it makes it kind of bitter. We'll see how it turns out, and there was too much cocoa powder. So, but this one with the strawberries is delicious. So I managed to get that one just right. So I'm going to put this in the freezer and let it set up. Guys, it is just ridiculously hot outside still. So I decided I'm going to start working on dinner ahead of time. Like I said, I've already started to put the roast in the crock pot, and I think I may make some 2-ingredient bagels. I have to look that up. And then Chris was looking at something like these keto cookies he might be interested in. I told him to watch the video, get me the ingredients list, and if I had them, then I'd make them. So I'm going to go ahead and get this going. There is no sugar in these two, and there's like 1 gram per serving, I think, in this one. But I mixed it with a cup of water, and I'm going to pour it over my roast. Okay, guys, I just made 6 keto bagels with almond flour. I'm hoping these turn out okay. My almond flour is a little bit old, but it smelled okay. It's been a while since I've been cooking with almond flour. I need to get back into it, but I really just wanted to use up all of my old stores before I went out and bought a bunch of new stuff. And I've never tried making keto bagels before, so they smell really good. And I made up like my version of the ingredients I have of everything, but there's a few things I didn't have. Like I only had black poppy seeds. I didn't have white, and I think I only had white sesame seeds, not black. So they had like a couple of different kinds, and I just threw in things that I thought would be good. I'm gonna go ahead and press this on the top while the oven is preheating, and if these turn out really good and Chris likes them, then I'll end up doing a video and showing you how I made them. I kind of combined a couple of recipes on Pinterest, so we'll see how it goes, you know. I always like to experiment in the kitchen, and bread is the one thing that is so hard for me to give up when I low carb or when I keto. I eat sugar-free bread. Chris goes hardcore. He is like, he just cuts everything. I can't do that. I'm weaker-willed or something. So I'm going to go ahead and top these and put them in the oven, and then I'm going to start on the turnips to go with dinner. And then I remembered I have that pumpkin sausage soup. I wanted to thicken it up and season it up a little bit more, and I'm gonna put that with dinner tonight also. I think these look pretty. I added some crushed red pepper flakes and a little bit of parsley in with my like garlic and onion and sesame seeds, poppy seeds, and it's just things that I had up in the pantry. So I'm gonna toss these in the oven, and I am super excited. If these are good, you have no idea how happy I'll be, because like I said, I'm a bread-aholic. So I'm gonna go pop these in the oven, and fingers crossed these suckers turn out decent. Okay, I have like a little over a minute left on the bagels. I haven't even opened the door to peek at them, but I have my turnips peeled. I'm getting ready to get these chopped up and boiled, and I am thickening up my pumpkin sausage soup. You know what? That is really darn much better. So I realized, one, it was just like really, really thin the last time I made it, and not how it normally is. Normally it's thick like this. So I'm warming this up, thickening up, and I used store-bought organic stock. I have been making my own stock for quite a while now, but I had multiple containers kind of like in the back of the pantry I really wanted to use up. So it is such a huge difference of my homemade stuff and store-bought stuff. So I've added a bunch of flavor in. I added a little bit of the Better Than bouillon in, and just a lot more Italian seasoning, some more. That's my alarm. I'm gonna go take them out. I cooked them exactly how long it said. It said 12 to 14 minutes. I took them out at 12 minutes, and they look a little dark. So I like them like this because I like my bread nearly burned, but I don't know if Chris will. So frustrating. I'll just have to try it again and not put it in for so long. But I'm gonna let these cool off and then let him taste them and see what he thinks. I am taking, there, that's a little better, the roast out of the Instant Pot. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. And then I have mashed cheesy turnips with a side salad and pumpkin sausage soup for dinner. Hey guys, so this is dinner. I took the drippings that were in the bottom and thickened it up with some glucomannan, and that's something that I had gotten from Trim Healthy Mama, and it thickened it up nicely. This is the mashed cheesy turnips. I just put a little gravy over it, and the pumpkin sausage soup. Those are our salads. The boys already have their salads, so this is Chris's plate. I'm gonna run it to him and then get Jaden's and mine. So this smells so good. Guys, we have a little bit of ice cream here for like a midnight snack. It's like 11:50, so it's truly about a midnight snack. The one thing that Chris and I both agreed upon is, one, we like the strawberry one better. It actually holds its shape a little, I don't know. This one scoops, what we ended up doing is taking the chocolate and the vanilla and mixing it together and adding a little bit of Splenda, because it was, think really dark chocolate, like that bitter taste of dark chocolate. So we mixed it together, added a little more half and half. So it is super easily scoopable, but once you scoop it, it kind of starts to melt. Whereas the strawberry one is harder to scoop, and it is keeping its consistency better, I guess you could say. So we like the strawberry better, and we like the Splenda, or it's like the Walmart knockoff. I know that Swerve is better for you, but flavor-wise, we like the strawberry with the Splenda over the Swerve. And it might be the cocoa powder, it might be the vanilla, but it just has a very bitter, strong flavor, and we tried to kind of tone it down. So I kind of like it because I like a good dark chocolate. Chris does not. He much prefers like a milky, you know, sweet chocolate, not anything that's gonna reach out there and bite you. So he much preferred the strawberry, and Jaden has not had any because this is not lactose free, and he's been having real issues with lactose lately. So he did not have any of it. But Chris and I both agree that the strawberry is the best. And my next thing I want to make is blueberry. I may just stay away from the chocolate and the vanilla for now, or I might experiment with it a little bit more, but this is what this is all about. The bagels, I cannot remember if I said earlier, I'm tired, it's been a long day. Those are the bagels. They got a little darker than I thought they should have been, but honestly, the flavor is phenomenal. Absolutely awesome. Chris actually has made requests. He's like, can you take one of those bagels and turn it into a mini pizza for me? And I'm like, yeah, sure, I can do that. So he really liked it, and I really thought he was going to be super skeptical. So there's the ice cream. I'm going to go put this back in the freezer, have my little snack, do a final cleanup on the kitchen, and head to bed because tomorrow's Monday and I've got to get back to work. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this week of low carb meals. I'm not going to say keto, definitely not keto. I'm going to say low carb because I'm still learning, and we're not hardcore. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap the video here so I can put this whole video together and get it uploaded. And tomorrow's a new week, so I have a whole menu plan worked out. Chris and I watched a bunch of YouTube today. It was just so hot outside, and we worked on stuff in the house and had videos playing, and whenever he saw a video that he liked, he took a picture of it so that he can send it to me and I can try those recipes. So I look forward to doing that. All right, guys, I hope you have a great night and that you enjoy the video.